Okay, my wife wanted me to make this video on the government shutdown and does that make the president bad or not? And honestly, historically, when a government shuts down, the executive branch, the president, does get flack for that. So that's historically. Okay, the government shutdown has very little to do with the president because it's Congress. House and Senate has to agree on a resolution. This time, yes, the majority was Republican. However, they still needed 7 Democrats to agree on the resolution. What that was is basically government overspent their budget like they do every so often, okay? The Republicans want to just say, hey, we're not adding in anything new, and we're going to just fund what we have on the books right now, okay? Which is a clear resolution. Democrats wants to increase health care. If you listen to Fox, which you can take it with a grain of salt, they'll say, oh, the Democrats want to increase health care for illegal immigrants. But we don't know that until they publish the whole thing. It could just be increase health care for all. Who knows? But they were, hey, unless we get this, too bad. So that's what happened. Why the government shut down. What does that mean? Non-essential government workers are basically sent home. Trump might use this as a reason to fire people that are non-essential because he'll be able to say, hey, we had this government shutdown and these non-essential employees, life was running normal, fine, let's fire them. And that's what they could do. And for the essential workers, they're basically working without pay for right now. And then once the government comes back, they'll get back pay. But that is very stressful because you're literally working without a paycheck, which is very insane, but welcome to the world. I personally am affected because I work in financial aid and I work with VA students. I can't call the VA to verify if the student has the benefits or not. I can call the more essential VA hotline, but that hotline, the workers there are not trained in the VA educational benefits, so it could be a waste of my time to be on the phone for it. So for VA students that are just starting school right now without everything being verified, with the school, with the VA, it can be a little hectic. And it's still, I get their DD 214 form, certificate of eligibility. So I can still, okay, once I see that, okay, I can continue with it with the understanding that if the student's trying to commit fraud and pretend to be a VA, okay, they're going to get a bill that's going to be very large, and don't try to pretend to be something you're not. And that's really my opinion of the government shutdown. How long it will last, I don't know. The president will probably get involved more to try to pressure the Democrats to, hey, let's just get this done. Because you can see already on news where the vice president is bashing the Democrats on it, and they're going to continue to bash them for it. And we'll see. A lot of times the government shutdown is less than a month, so I'm hoping that it's less than a month so I can call the VA with all the lists of students who then fix their stuff. Does it affect their housing allowance, their BAH? It might if their file hasn't been processed with the VA, but they'll get back pay for everything. It's, I'm not worried about that at all. Same thing with the spouses of military dependents of vets. It's just going to be back pay for that. I don't see any real issues when it comes to that. Comment below what you think, what affects the shut down if you're in a different industry of government. I would love to hear what your opinions are. And if you have any questions, comments, if you like this video, like it, please subscribe for more. And, comment below what you want me to talk about next. Thank you.